A lot can happen in 30 years. Healthcare has advanced, our West Suffolk community has grown, and My Wish charity has been here throughout. This year, we're proud to celebrate our 30th birthday, and thanks to you, we've continued enhancing patient care and supporting West Suffolk NHS Foundation Trust staff. Your donations have funded equipment, created welcoming spaces, and brought comfort and joy to patients. But let's rewind to one of the stories that made us who we are today.
My daughter, who's now 35, when she was just 2 years old, she fell off a gate at the stables where her mum was working and had a spiral fracture of the femur. She spent 7 weeks in traction with her legs at right angles to her body, and at the time it was the old children's ward, and she was expected to spend the whole 7 weeks in a bed with her legs at right angles, as I mentioned. And the only relief she got, or respite from the ward, was to actually be wheeled into this tiny playroom. So when Katie was finally released and given the all clear, I said, I've got to raise some more money, I've got to get a bigger playroom, because it's just so important for the children to be able to have some sort of respite from the ward life. So I said, I'm going to do something to raise some funds for a new playroom. So I trained with the Berry Pacers, and in 1994 I did my first London Marathon. I did it again in 97 and raised £10,000 for the hospital, for the new children's ward. It was then that Amanda Scull, the new director of services here, said, actually Andy, we don't use this money for a new playroom, we want to use it to actually launch the Rainbow Appeal, which is a £1 million appeal for a new children's unit. So I said, wow, that's fantastic.
The Rainbow Appeal was just the beginning. Since then, we've launched the Wish Upon a Star Children's Appeal to enhance care for our youngest patients. Together with our community, we've achieved so much, from funding a cardiac diagnostic unit in 2016 to small but meaningful touches like a cake and card for every inpatient on their birthday. Thanks to kind donations in 2023, we proudly opened the Butterfly Garden, a calming space for patients and loved ones to step away from the ward.
The Butterfly Garden is such a fantastic venue for people to use, and as a family as well. We all need the hospital at some point, me especially after a serious illness a few years ago. If that facility was there then, it would have gave me great peace of mind. When we went in recently to view it, it was so peaceful and it was so nice to see how it was provided. You could have been anywhere other than in the hospital once you're in the Butterfly Garden.
From marathons and skydives to bake sales and community events, our supporters have continued to amaze us with their fundraising ideas. Over the years, we've also hosted events of our own, from the famous soapbox race to dog shows, the Cambridge Half Marathon, and our Grow Your Dough Challenge. And sometimes, those taking part aren't just fundraisers, they're staff too.
I've been inspired to fundraise myself by seeing the benefits that it brings to my patient group. I like to fundraise and then spend the money and show the people that have donated what it goes to. So last year I was part of Grow Your Dough and also the Cambridge Half Marathon. Next year I'm also taking on the Yorkshire Three Peaks to raise more money so that we can spend it as a service to make things better for our patients and staff. Because of My Wish support, we've been able to purchase activities that we can use to help our patients remain calm, reassured in hospital, which we wouldn't have been able to have if it wasn't for them, so we're really grateful for that.
30 years is a milestone, but just the beginning. With your support and a new hospital on the horizon, we'll keep enhancing care for generations to come. Thank you for being part of our story. Together, we can make the next chapter even brighter.